And welcome to the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Michigan 200 on speed. The Irish Hills of Michigan in the Brooklyn, Michigan area.
And Colin Braun starts 12th in today's race. 4 of 9 events here in the Truck Series have seen Roush Fenway trucks go to victory lane. Any added pressure for you this afternoon, Colin?
Well, you know, obviously driving for Roush Fenway here at Michigan, this is pretty much their home track, and obviously Ford's home track, Conway Freight's home track. So I think there's a little bit of added pressure just to perform, but you know, I know my guys have been doing a great job back at the shop. This is a truck we ran at Charlotte, so we got it fixed up, got it ready to come here. They did a great job getting it ready to come here. We've got Conway Freight's got a new initiative that they're launching, which is this True LTL program, which is basically a price cap on large freight in the LTL market. So we're excited about that. You can check more, learn more about that at conwayfreight.com/LTL. So we're excited to have that on board. And obviously, the pressure to win this race. We got a lot going for us this weekend.
And he's coming off a season best last week at Texas. Krista.
All right, thanks, Adam. Some of the Conway folks actually just walked by on their way to the truck and said hello, so thank you very much for that. Colin obviously racing, as you heard Adam say, for a milestone.
Next one that will have a camera with us is the Ford onboard. Colin Braun will be driving that number 6 once again, and we talk about how good Roush Fenway Racing is at this racetrack.
Well, thank you, Rick. You know, when you talk about Michigan International Speedway, you got to think about Roush Fenway Racing. You were talking about Colin Braun. Well, we think he's going to be a truck to watch today here at Michigan for sure. Why? Well, look at the statistics. Roush Fenway's been very, very good here. 19 career wins in NASCAR's top 3 divisions, and 4 of those have come right here in the Camping World Truck Series. But it's been 1 year since Roush Fenway has been to victory lane. They've been stuck at 49 wins in this series. Can Colin Braun get it done today?
Colin Braun made a nice move, made it 3 wide underneath Kyle Busch in the 51 truck.
Makes that pass, so Colin Braun gets by the 51. Now working on fellow Ford driver James Buescher in the 10 just in front of him.
What I started to say is the guys in the garage area said it's very difficult to run the bottom and keep the momentum up because of the tapered spacers on these trucks. Look at Kyle going to go around the outside of James Buescher.
About spun out down on the bottom. They're going to be 4 wide leaving this turn.
Ooh, contact. Up top, little contact in the middle. 2 Fords trading paint.
Only
now
4 wide.
4 wide when they cross the start-finish line. Matt Crafton checks up, goes back to the high side of the racetrack. Colin Braun stays down near the bottom.
Look at Hornaday get loose again. Has to chase it up the hill. Allows Todd just to drive right on by.
As does the 6 of Colin Braun. So
Man,
Colin Braun.
I like this Colin Braun truck. He's made some good moves early in this race, and right now he's up to 2nd. Looks like he might have the truck, Phil. Excuse me, he's 3rd. There's Tom Bodine just ahead of him.
Inside corner, inside.
Adam, what's going on with Colin Braun?
Well, they just said from the spotter stand, once you get on the outside of the 30, you'll beat him. We'll wait and see if that proves true. They, like the 2 guys in front of him when they pitted at lap 10, took fuel only, no changes. He's pretty satisfied with the truck. You can see he's running right beside Mike Skinner for position, and right behind him, that bright yellow truck of Matt Crafton finds himself in the top 6. He too took fuel only after a long debate about coming back for tires, but they felt like it was too much of a gamble on track position because of the rain in the area.
Comes another run by Colin Braun. He's back on the inside of Tom Bodine.
I really only saw 1 truck on an entire sequence of pit stops that got fuel and tires, and that was the 23 of Jason White.
Look at Brown's run through the middle there. He's going to clear Tom Bodine. Now he's going to try to provide a little bit of company for Kyle Busch.
Look at the gap between Kyle Busch now and that 6 of Colin Braun. Can he hang on to that lead? Well, we're going to find out. Busch, Braun, Crafton, Skinner, and Bodine, your top 5 at Michigan International Speedway. We went away from competition here, and there was a gap of about 20 truck lengths between these 2. That gap has closed down.
Look at this battle for the lead. Brown is there. Been able just to ease right in on Kyle Busch. It looked like he had the fastest truck early in the race, and indeed he does.
Chipping away at that lead, and now getting a little bit of the aerodynamic help. Falling in behind the 51, letting the 51 break the air. Great problems on the racetrack. Here comes the field onto pit road. Adam Alexander.
Colin Braun comes in, running in the 2nd position. You see him middle of your screen. 4 tires, air pressure, and then he will come back for fuel, Ray. And Matt Crafton is in, and also in front of him is Colin Braun. You see him middle of your screen. They're just going to top off the fuel tank in preparation for what could be a long green flag run, Ray.
That driver right there running third has the youngest driver ever to be on the podium at Le Mans. Colin Braun.
Colin Braun.
I think he's got a really solid chance at a podium here in Michigan too. That truck is fast.
Hey, how about this battle here for second? Matt Crafton on the outside, Colin Braun on the inside.
This is as good as it gets, isn't it? I mean, these guys are racing all over each other.
Colin Braun, a big run now as he tries to get by that 88 of Matt Crafton. We'll see which line Crafton takes and if Colin Braun goes high.
I'm going to guess Crafton's going to go high. He likes it up there. Cuts to the bottom of the racetrack on the exit.
Tries to get a little bit of a run down the hill. It's almost like driving downhill when you cut through the inside of the corner that way.
Now we still see them running 1, 2, 3. Kyle Busch, Matt Crafton, Colin Braun. Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. The Michigan 200 closing in on the halfway point. It is Kyle Busch out in front of Matt Crafton. And then right behind Crafton is Colin Braun. These three have separated themselves by 6 seconds from fourth place Brian Eichler.
Yeah, all three of these trucks are really good right now. If either one of these three trucks, I believe, was in the lead, then they would be able to continue to lead. It's very, very difficult right now for Matt Crafton to try to figure out a way to get around Kyle Busch.
And as a race car driver, I like watching what these guys are doing. Every corner, it seems, they take different lines through the turn. Kyle Busch has stayed down on the bottom predominantly, but he's leading. But when Crafton gets to the corner, one time he'll go low, next time he'll go high, and wherever he goes, it seems Colin Braun says, oh, I'm going to go the other way.
Look, you guys just touched on any one of them could be out front. Well, they're separated by less than 1/10 of a second or 1/10 of a mile an hour.
Yeah, and the fastest one of the three last lap was the third place truck, and the slowest was the first place truck. Look at this battle. You know, Kyle Busch will keep looking in that mirror, and if they get closer and closer,
guys, let me know when it got.
He'll change his line. He'll go from the bottom to the top to protect.
Kyle Busch, Matt Crafton, Colin Braun. 1, 2, and 3. Colin Braun, a little more pressure on him, I think, with Roush Fenway having such success at this racetrack. They won 4 times.
Hasn't he crashed the last 2 races leading? I mean, he's doing everything he can at Charlotte.
Yeah, prior to Texas, the last 2 races, it was Charlotte, Lowe's Motor Speedway, and Dover, and he was leading when he got crashed at Charlotte, and then he cut a tire down at Dover.
Right behind him is Colin Braun. Very impressive run for this youngster today. Lauren Ranier is his spotter atop the spotter stand. He also spots for Jamie McMurray. He's been telling him, use the guy in front of you's blade on the straightaway. Draft off of him and then get clean air in the corner, right?
And take a look at this. The battle for second continues to heat up. Colin Braun and Matt Crafton haven't decided who's going to take it.
Those guys were side by side the last time by. Phil, they had kept up with that little black speck up ahead for most of this fuel run, but Kyle Busch has driven away, and as soon as he started to drive away, that's when Colin Braun started heating up Matt Crafton, trying to get under him.
So the battle for second put 2 trucks side by side. That enabled Kyle Busch to pull out to almost a 2-second lead over Matt Crafton.
Middle of your screen, Colin Braun running in the top 5. He is a tick free. They will make an adjustment when they come back for fuel, Ray. They make an adjustment for Colin Braun, put in 2 cans of fuel, wipe off the grill. He should be good to go as well, Ray.
Green flag back in the air. Kyle Busch, Colin Braun, then Brian Eichler and Matt Crafton. Rick Crawford's moved up into the top 5. He runs 5th. Timothy Peters is 6th. Taylor Malsom 7th. David Starr, Terry Cook, Dennis Setzer, your top 10.
Check out Eichler trying to go underneath Colin Braun. We watched him try to go underneath David Starr down in turn 3. That didn't work out so well. We'll see what happens when they get down here this time. He's down on the bottom.
Matt Crafton is helping Colin Braun on the outside, giving him some drafting help. Here's a situation right here. He got loose again, Mikey.
Yeah, we've seen that before where Brian Eichler gets a little bit loose and has to chase it up the racetrack.
I think he actually chased the front end up of the racetrack the first time they had an incident. That time it looked like he was a little bit too free.
Start to line up now.
Look at the run Colin Braun has all the way to the back bumper of that 51 truck. He's going to cut to the bottom, Phil.
Not able to do it right then. Colin Braun just not quite able to get up beside the 51 of Kyle Busch. Kyle was really good through the center of the corner.